Amber, move over so Sherry has room. Guys, you all need black socks for number 4. Black dress shoes. I need socks for you. Everybody's supposed to wear black socks.
A very good morning. A very good morning, everyone. Good morning. Thank you. At this time, please stand as the Lakewood Ranch High School JRTC will do the opening flag raising. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Guess we sat too soon. Please stand for the playing of the national anthem of our 8th grade band under the direction of Miss Julie Duryea. very good morning and welcome to our 17th annual Veterans Day celebration and flag raising ceremony. Braden River Middle School is honored to have all of you as special guests as we celebrate with our veterans today. Please welcome our school superintendent, Dr. Diana Green. Welcome. I'd also like to recognize school board member David Watchdog Miner. Thank you, Mr. Miner. And we would also like to give a very, very special welcome to Corporal Angelo Palmieri. Corporal Palmieri served in the U.S. Army from February 1943 to December of 1945. He was part of the 4th Division Infantry on a tank destroyer gun crew landing on Normandy Beach, D-Day +6, on June 12, 1944. He fought through many battles in Central Europe, including the famous Battle of the Bulge. He has recently celebrated his 94th birthday. Welcome, Corporal Palmieri. Today, we celebrate in the greatest country in the world, the United States of America, where our freedoms and democracy are envied around the globe. The right to freedom is the most prized possession anyone could have. President Lincoln once said, "Freedom is the last best hope on earth." And this freedom came to us because our forefathers were willing to sacrifice their lives so that you and I could be free to express our opinions and our views and our right to assemble as we are doing here today. This right we share equally continues to come with the cost of human life. This sacrifice that we acknowledge today with our veterans. There are governments in this world who do not believe in freedom for its people. They do not believe in educating their people. Young people like you are not permitted to go to school, not permitted to learn or to dream. There are governments in this world that are threatened by the idea of freedom of expression or freedom of speech for all of its people. And there are people in this world who are willing to take their life to take yours away. We have learned throughout history that honor, patriotism come with the ultimate price, a sacrifice of human life that these veterans were willing to give of themselves. And far too many times, they paid the ultimate price, the loss of life, the loss of a family member, or the loss of a friend. Our former English colonists fought for the unheard of ideal of living their lives free from oppression. And they did not ask if it was going to be easy. They gave of themselves with the greatest devotion to the ideas of a new America, to a democracy. And through their efforts, a new nation was born, where people had a voice and could express themselves without fear or retaliation. Through their efforts, they created this great nation, a nation that believes that all its people, all its races, all its diverse cultures have a voice and should be afforded equality. Veterans and current armed forces are the men and women who are willing to sacrifice their lives in the name of democracy, and we celebrate with them today. Our veterans and current armed forces around the globe who each day risk their life to fight for democracy and freedom, we celebrate. Albert Einstein once said, "Everything that is really great and inspiring in this world is created by the individual who can labor in freedom. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you our guest speaker, Staff Sergeant Ramona Nicolosi. Staff Sergeant Nicolosi Staff Sergeant Nicolosi served in the United States Air Force for 8 years. She was a vehicle operations supervisor, which included large-scale dispatching and operation of specialized equipment, which included fully loaded nuke-ready B-52s. She was a member of the 420th Combat Mobility Squadron with knowledge and training in chemical warfare. She has traveled Europe with the United States Air Force. Please welcome at this time Staff Sergeant Ramona Nicolosi.
Thank you all so very much. It is my honor to be here. I am thankful to everyone today. I want to thank the staff, the faculty, and the students, because without the students, none of us would be here. You know, I was here last year. It was a very moving ceremony, and I was so inspired that I thought, boy, if I was going to speak, what would I say? And all year long, I took notes, and I thought about, you know, why do we say thank you to our veterans? What is it the reason we say thank you? And for each of us, the reason that we say thank you comes from a different place within us, from a different place within our hearts. And for me, I say thank you because I am grateful for the sacrifices that were made for my many freedoms. My freedom to vote, my freedom to have the life that I choose, my freedom to travel, but most of all, my freedom to live in the greatest country in the world, and my freedom to dream. And I am allowed this freedom because of the people who came before me. I may be the first woman to speak at your school today, the first woman veteran, but I can guarantee you I'm not standing here alone. I'm standing on the backs of my sisters who served before me. I am standing on the backs of my brothers who served before me. I am here today, and I want to say thank you to my sister Elaine, who recently passed away. This is her widower Harold. His name and her name are on the Veterans Wall of Honor that you so beautifully put together for us. And we thank you from the bottom of our hearts because it means a lot to our family. So, Elaine stands beside me. I am proud to have my name on this Veterans Wall of Honor next to my name, next to my friend Elaine and her husband Harold. So I want to talk a little bit real quickly about dreams. Dreams are hard. Dreams are very hard. I've been lucky. I've been able to achieve my dreams. And I've been able to achieve my dreams because of the Air Force. The Air Force, it was hard. Back then when I went in and when Harold's wife Elaine went in, you were not considered a lady if you went into the Air Force. It was not a good thing to be in the Air Force. But we believed in something bigger than ourselves. We believed in our country. We believed in doing our duty for our country. We believed in what our fathers and our mothers and our grandfathers and our grandmothers sacrificed before us. We had to dream in something, we had to believe in something bigger than us. It was an urge within us, and that's why we chose to do what we did. When you join the military, it's a great equalizer. No one knows what kind of house you grew up in. No one knows what kind of job your parents had. No one knows what part of the neighborhood you lived in. You earn your place in the military. You live up to what they believe in you. And you exceed your expectations. You exceed the expectations they set for you. Right now, all of you are in the best place possible. You have within you right now to be the best you can be. You have within you right now to start achieving your dreams. You don't have to wait till you're 18. You don't have to wait till you go to college. You're all incredibly smart. You're all incredibly driven. Look what you've accomplished just today. So be your best in all that you can do. Be the best in everything that you can do, like Elaine. Elaine was the best baseball player. Elaine was the best golfer. So hit like a girl, run like a girl, dream like a girl, because girls are strong. Don't forget that. Please don't forget that. Do every job to the best of your ability, because there is no job that you can do that does not have honor. So remember that today. When you go to the cafeteria and you have lunch, thank the cafeteria ladies, thank the janitor, because their jobs also have honor. So, in closing, I would like to say this: dream big, because one day, one of you will be standing here, more than one of you. And the best 2 words that I can give you for success in your life, no matter what you do: start and finish. You have to get started on your dreams today, because you are smart enough at this very moment. And you must finish what you start. And you can have more than one dream. So start your dreams, finish your dreams, and keep dreaming. And thank you very much, and I'm so proud to be a part of this great country, the United States of America. Thank you.
Thank you for those very great words. At this time, Miss Monica McMichael will now lead our 7th and 8th grade chorus in performing a melody combining 3 songs: You're a Grand Old Flag, My Country 'Tis of Thee, and Yankee Doodle. Thank you. Awesome. At this time, I'd like to introduce Miss Heidi Eneke, our art teacher, this year's program manager, Savannah Lochner, our designer, Bryce Busey, to unveil the newest panel of the Veterans Wall of Honor. This unveiling will be our 34th mosaic panel with over 840 tiles recognizing our veterans. There were over 60 students who participated in the making of this mosaic. Ms. Eneke. As we have been learning this week, poppies and the symbol of poppies came from a Canadian soldier, a physician, and poet named John McCrae, fighting in World War I. McCrae wrote of the poppies as he presided over a funeral of a soldier and dear friend in May of 1915. Here to read the poem In Flanders Field is our very own Brooke Pater. This is one of the most quoted poems from the war.
In Flanders fields, the poppies blow. Between the crosses, row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky, the larks, still bravely singing, fly. Scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead. Short days ago, we lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe. To you, from failing hands we throw the torch. Be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders fields.
Thank you, Brooke. At this time, Ms. Monica McMichael will now lead our 8th grade orchestra in performing America the Beautiful. Thank you, that was awesome. You know, I'm often asked by students, how can I be patriotic when I'm only in middle school? And I tell them there are really three very simple ways to show your patriotism. The first is what you do every day when you come to school. Come to school, participate, and learn as much as you can about the world in which you live in. Second, you can be a good citizen. Be a role model, not a follower. Respect diversity and other cultures, and have respect for rules and follow the law. In other words, lead the life you want to live in. And finally, don't be selfish. Never, ever take for granted the freedoms and the rights that we all enjoy. I want to again welcome and thank all of you for coming out today to our school, where our students are inspired to learn, dream, and achieve in a free society. I want to thank all our musicians today, our orchestra, our chorus, our band, under the direction of Miss Julie Durier, our band, and Miss Monica McMichael for our orchestra and chorus. Awesome job today. And I want to thank the many teachers and administrators who planned and organized this event. Mr. Shaw, Ms. Kuhn, Mr. Donovan, Ms. Karg, Ms. McClellan, and the rest of our great social studies department. For our National Junior Honor Society, and Ms. Enneking and her art students for this fabulous mural, and Ms. Bergeron and others for their efforts to make this 17th annual event a success. And thank you too to the Southeast High School television production crew for providing us the sound system and taping this for live television. This event is a great example of the mission of Braden River Middle School, where we teach the values of shared democracy and freedom to learn, dream, and achieve, and we should never, ever take that lightly. I thank all my students today for their behavior. You all did a very awesome job. And to all of you, our special guests, our veterans, superintendents, school board members, and Corporal Palmieri as well for joining us. We appreciate that. So please stand now as our 8th grade student, Amishade Rivera Martinez, will perform taps. Maybe we have lost Mr. Amishade. Well, why don't we sit for a second, and I know he's here, maybe he's warming up. Here he is. Please welcome Amishade Rivera Martinez to perform taps. Veterans and friends, I invite you to join us directly behind us, beyond the flags, to a reception in our media center. And our students, you are now dismissed to return to period one. Again, a very good thank you.